Hello everyone and welcome back to Arken Age. You may notice that this is a voiceover. That is because the voice recording for this episode is gone. It does not exist. I don't know where it went. I don't know what happened. It's just not there. You also may notice that this video is relatively short. That's because I didn't realize I hadn't made this episode yet, and I spent all my time working on the next episode, and I need to get a video out soon, and I also need to make sure that there isn't a gap in between last video and the last episode and the next one. So this is just a quick overview of what happened. It's annoying, but kind of have to do this. Let's just go into it. So I spent a bit of time wandering the area I was in last time, so there wasn't much in the room, so I just kind of went to the door that led to the Nara Sanctuary, and was immediately told,
"Clear our lands of Hyperion's disciples, and we shall grant you entry, untethered one."
So I went to climb a tower where I found this chest. I also got a decent vantage point to shoot the guys. At first, I was trying to use the gun that I had on my back that I thought was a long-ranged weapon, but it was a shotgun, which wasn't very helpful for killing things at a long range. So I grabbed the gun on my hip, which was much better for long range. Eventually I did get one of the guys, causing him to laser me. The guy below me that I first shot kind of forgot about me, and I kept shooting the guy on top of the tower in front of me, and I got him a few times. He did laser me through a wall somehow, but I managed to get him pretty good, and he actually climbed down to come and get me. And I got a grenade thrown at me, which got stuck in the floor, and it blew up right as the guy was climbing up the tower I was on, and it killed him. So I jumped down to get the other guys, who weren't too difficult.
Memory log 31. I now understand why the Arborist sees potential in the Nara. I can't help but be reminded of how we used to be before the network went live. They're building communities. They create art of their beloved Arborist and elect elders to guide the young. It seems the chemist's true failure is his inability to see the good he has done. Mannix out.
I spent quite a bit of time fussing about how to get on top of this tower here because there was a blueprint on top of it. I couldn't figure it out, so I decided to move on and deal with it later.
Behold the Nara Sanctuary, home to King Arturo and his predecessor, High Lord Proteus, the only Nara elder to survive the scourge of the First Age.
And I got to the Nara Sanctuary. There were Nara everywhere, kind of obvious. It's the Nara Sanctuary. They talk in this like weird gurgly language. They all seem pretty nice. They waved at me like every time. They were very polite. I took their things. Of course I would. Why wouldn't I? I did get confused by their chests because I thought you just opened them normally, but you actually have to break them open. At the end of this chapel thing, I found Arturo, who's the same guy who talked to me in the last episode.
"O untethered one, open to us the treasures of your power, and glory shall follow. The Nara Empire has all but diminished, and our scarlet nectar seedling sprouts no more, for the blight of the Crimson Scourge spares no one. I make way to the Antigen Towers, the origin of all divinity and health. If you wish to follow, bring with you another vessel of Nara knowledge, like this. The other can be claimed at the top of the central relic tower here in our village. I shall await your arrival in the Biochasm courtyard, untethered one. May the Grand Arborist guide your way."
I went out to explore the area a little bit and found this guy here.
My child, inside each of us, there is the seed of both light and darkness, good and evil. Only you can decide which seed to nurture. Choose wisely in your path.
I also found this door that needed me to scan the head of what looked like a boss. I climbed to the top of this building here and found a bell, which summoned one of those bugs things that you see flying around with these handlebars that I could grab, and it carried me to the central tower that I needed to go to. And I got the thing Arturo wanted me to grab, weird like capsule with green liquid in it, green energy, something. It looks like an energy tank for Metroid actually, a little bit.
Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the awakening of your mind. For only you may discern what is the will of the Arborist, and what is not.
I found these doors that would only open if I broke enough of those green triangle things I also found this area that looked like kind of dead, and a bunch of dead Nara were around, and there was this sick Nara who wanted me to give him medicine. I gave him medicine, and I healed him, and he gave me the green triangle thing he was holding. I also found more sick Nara resting, and I healed them as well. There was also this chest with a memory in them as well.
Memory log 63. The sickness has begun to spread again, and worse than before. Many have taken to harvesting nectar to help ease their suffering, but it doesn't seem to be effective. The only cure would involve a new seedling from the antigen towers, and it is not ready to be harvested. How could this have happened? Mannix, over and out.
Yeah, sadly I was unable to heal that guard. I climbed up onto this platform near the top of the chapel, and then I fell down, and I decided that was enough for the day. So that's about it for this video. It's very short. It's a short video. It's disappointing, I know, but I want to get this video out soon. I'd rather not have a weird gap in between last video and the next, but I hope you enjoyed this small little catch-up video. I hope you all have a good day. Check out my Twitch. It's in the description, and I will see you later. Goodbye.